Happy birthday, Mick Jagger. Obviously too old for the Jonas Brothers, but way too young for Wayne Newton.
And apparently Amy Winehouse is talented enough to make it into the 27 Club.
And welcome once again to Culture Clash, brought to you by the marvelous people at Flood Brothers Disposal Service. I'm Chet Kopic, along with
Catherine Saxon.
All right, kiddo, what's on your mind?
Amy Winehouse passed away. I don't know if you've been living
I know,
under
and
a rock.
I'm crushed. Because going to an Amy Winehouse concert has now been knocked off my bucket list.
I'm sure that was on your to-do list. But her funeral's today, so definitely sorry for her family and friends, of course. The autopsy that they had failed. They weren't able to determine her cause of death. So now they're waiting to find out.
The autopsy I read said she had barbed wire in her spleen.
Okay, well, okay. It's a little too far. But so they're waiting for the toxicology test to come back and determine if it was heroin, cocaine, alcohol combination. So we'll wait to figure out
All right,
what was the actual cause of death.
Two things about Amy Winehouse.
Okay.
Number one, there was already somebody writing a book somewhere that's going to carry the title Amy Winehouse, The Untold Story. And number two, actually comparing the legacy of Amy Winehouse to a Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, Brian Jones, Kurt Cobain is lunacy. She had one song, Rehab. That's it. Game, set, and match.
Okay, I have to agree with you on this one, but I don't understand if you die at 27 and you're a famous musician, does that necessarily mean you get thrown into the 27 Club? I feel like for her...
No, but short term, it's actually a great career move. Talk to any record company. If you die early, if you die at the age of 27... If
you're trying to set up your family...
Immediately, the sales on your units, CDs, in the old days, records, 8-track cassettes, immediately soar. Right now, Amy Winehouse has never been this hot.
Do you think that as a culture we're romanticizing, alcoholism and all these boozers, her, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton? Do you feel that way? That
Yeah, of course I do.
We're developing some sex appeal associated with that?
Because they're actually perversely intriguing, and we like that as a society.
Well, Russell Brand, do you know who that is?
I have no idea who Russell Brand is.
He's married to Katy Perry, and he took to Twitter to say something that it's not a crime or a romantic affection but it's also a disease that will kill you. And he was sort of blaming the media for partly scrutinizing her for being such a hot mess.
That's it?
Yeah, I just was wondering if you agree with that, if you kind of feel like it's the media that's sort of pushing people over the edge.
No, oh, come on. Come on, are you kidding?
I don't know. A lot of people have been agreeing with this guy.
That's like talking about Kardashian, for heaven's sakes.
Okay, well, what about Kardashian?
She never met a camera she didn't love.
Yeah, well, okay, this is something else. So both of them have their bachelor and bachelorette parties in Vegas last weekend. And I feel like, my future husband, when he has his bachelor party, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let him have his night, him be with his boys, and I'm not gonna crash the party.
It's gonna be at the raunchiest strip club Hammond, Indiana has to offer.
Only if you're planning it. Sorry. But yeah, I feel like you should let the guy have his night, let the girl have hers, and she shouldn't be showing up to his bachelor party and.
Young lady, get with the program.
Okay.
These bachelor parties were made for the tabloids. They were made for television. There's a reason why Kim Kardashian shows up, because her publicist says, "Get your big ass over there. This is important."
All right. So did you hear that she actually just filed a $15 to $20 million lawsuit against Old Navy? Her lookalike, this was in February actually, but they used a lookalike. It was an aspiring model, actress, singer, who isn't nowadays, but Melissa Malorano, I believe. Blah, blah, blah. Huge star, obviously.
Sounds Syrian to me.
Yeah, so they used this lookalike in a few commercials that they had, and so now Kim is saying since, that's sort of her identity is her brand. She's suing them for 15 to...
Her butt is her brand.
I mean, true, but I mean, celebrities, this is what her attorney said, have the exclusive right to control the use of their likeness, identity, and the products that they choose to endorse. So I'm thinking that I don't see this lawsuit going very far.
No, first of all, based on the information you've told me, that if her
likeness.
If I was in the chambers and I'm a judge, I would tell the representatives for Ms. Kardashian, you have no case. You have no case. Forget about it.
All right.
Once again, this goes back. This is just, Catherine, this is just about publicity. We're talking about it People all over the country are talking about it.
I think she's dead serious.
Kim Kardashian.
I'm talking about it because it's so ridiculous.
For being absurd.
I mean,
what other reason is Kim Kardashian famous for?
She's attractive and she's a famous father.
Who was involved with O.J. 17 years ago, which you don't even know about.
Yes, I do know about that. We've been over it, and you asked me that question, and I got it right.
All right, at the O.J. trial, who won?
O.J.
Okay, tell me the prosecuting attorney who lost in the O.J. case.
I don't know that.
Marcia Clark.
Okay. I knew it was a female.
1 down, 9 to go.
Asshole. Anyway, so.
Don't you love it when the kid gets tough?
All right, J-Lo and Mark Anthony, they called quits after 7 years of marriage. This is her third marriage now that has gone kaput. I have to say, I guess third time isn't the charm. They've two twins that they have, and I mean, they're both in their 40s. I don't get why she can't get this right.
It baffles me that she would want to leave Mark Anthony, who gave us one of the most famous lines in the history of culture. You all know what it is. Friends, Romans, and countrymen, get over here. I got something I want to tell you. Or close to it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
When was the last time J-Lo had a hit record?
She actually has a few. They're all really bad, but she actually has a few singles out right now that are popular. They play them at the dance clubs. They're not good, but she has sales and she's on the record charts. And I don't get it. She's on American Idol and making at least I think next year the proposal is around $20 million for her to stay on for another season, which to me is astronomical. Speaking of asses, but I just I don't get it. I mean, she's another one that it's hot, but no actual.
We apologize on behalf of Lucky Dog Productions for the content in this show.
All right, moving forward, another person who just got dumped, Kristen Cavallari and Jay Cutler. Didn't see this one coming. She's 24 years old. He's 28. I just don't get what's the rush. I get the infatuation stage, I get the honeymoon stage, but that doesn't mean you need to rush to the altar to then have the actual honeymoon.
Well, first of all, this babe made the wisest decision of her life.
She got dumped, though, so not necessarily, but...
Well, okay, she got dumped.
Allegedly.
Whatever the case may be, she probably could have, done something unique to win back the affection of Jay Cutler. That being said, Jay Cutler is about as warm and cozy as a python. So, looking down the road, had these two gotten married, I had the over-under on the marriage at 2.5 years.
I mean,
this was going nowhere fast.
I guess better to break up now than later. They only dated for 10 months. She was supposed to relocate to Chicago, and I think apparently they were arguing over whether or not this would affect her career, which I didn't really know that she had one. More so, I'd be focusing on his football career since
Isn't
the
she a
lockout
fashion model?
No, she was on the reality TV show The Hills.
Oh, that was one of my favorites.
I figured. Lauren Conrad.
Is that the one where Patty Blagojevich ate bugs?
No, but another cast member was actually on that show with her that was originated from The Hills. I don't know if you followed that. Heidi Montag. I'm sure you've checked her out on the internet.
The quicker we get away from this topic, the better off we're all going to be.
All right, well, I mean, it'll be interesting to see Jay Cutler, what he does after the lockout and losing his fiancée, if he can actually focus on next season, I have to say.
Oh, come on.
All right,
He's a football player, for heaven's sakes.
I know, but
He's got a million babes chasing him. His skirt's all over the joint.
I'm just saying he maybe should be focusing on next season and shouldn't be trying to get married in the next few months.
If I told you you could date Jay Cutler tonight, you'd leap at the opportunity.
You could not pay me.
Oh, give me a break.
You couldn't pay me. And he could probably pay me like a decent amount, actually. So I mean, I'm dead serious. No, I don't find him attractive. His personality.
What about his wallet?
No, I'd rather be alone than honestly be with him. So the NFL and the players actually just came to an agreement, the collective bargaining agreement, which lockout finally it's over. I was wondering if you can, tell me is there a winner? Is there a loser in this?
Well, obviously there are some big time winners.
Okay.
Illegal bookmakers, the state of Nevada, and gamblers are big winners because now they have the Sunday fix. And Roger Goodell, the National Football League commissioner, is obviously a big winner because this is a 10-year deal. He can now go on early retirement, which isn't bad when you're making over $10 million a year.
Okay, so I know that the salary cap now is $120 million and they have to spend 99%. So to me, that's a concession for the owners. All right, so I mean, those are the owners' concessions. I was wondering what are the players having to give in on a little bit?
Well, the players gave in a little bit with rookie salaries, but nothing of great significance. Hey, listen, the average National Football League salary is roughly $500,000 a year, so shed no tears whatsoever, my dear, for the players.
All right, so my last question about this is the fans. Are we owed anything? For this. Lockout, what we had to witness. Are the fans owed anything besides an apology?
No. This was a labor negotiation.
Because fans are pissed. They're like, we want something out of this deal. Where's my money?
They're so pissed that the Chicago Bears are completely sold out for Pro Football 2011. So how ticked off are they really when you get right down to it? Hey, the fact is, the Bears are going to miss the Hall of Fame game. Nobody cares about the Hall of Fame game. So, Catherine, really, don't worry about it. Fans are very, very cozy as long as they can bet, which is ultimately, along with television, what
and
drives
go to a
football.
game and drink beer and, okay. All right.
And swear in the parking lot while they tailgate.
I have been there and I understand it. All right, Tiger Woods, he's out of the top 20 world's best golfers. So is that because, every year the caliber of competition is better, or is he just never going to be able to make a comeback? Is he done? Is this the end of Tiger?
No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Tiger obviously, well, the good news is, to the best of my knowledge, Tiger hasn't been with a porn star in almost 15 minutes. But that being said, you can talk
the duration
about Elon,
of this show.
You can talk about Steve Williams, the fact that he fired Williams as his caddy. The problem with Tiger Woods is very simply this: physically, he is hurt. His knees are in bad shape. His back is in bad shape. He's overgrown. His upper body is too big. He's got to make dramatic swing adjustments to be the Tiger Woods that he was. But here's the bottom line to it all, Catherine. Tiger Woods is so damn competitive that anybody who writes off Tiger Woods, keep in mind Nicklaus won his last major at Augusta in the Masters when he was 46 years old. You can't write off Tiger Woods. It's way too early. Okay.
Just one more little gossip point. Elin, his ex-wife, is the man that she's now dating, who is a billionaire tycoon. He was actually dating Rachel Yucatel at the same time Tiger Woods was, which to me, I wouldn't want my next man that I'm dating to have dated Rachel Yucatel. It's just my personal opinion, but...
Rachel Yucatel?
Yes.
Is that a disease?
No.
The autopsy revealed that she died of Rachel Yucatel. Hey, I want to get this in quickly. I don't want to hop on the soapbox.
Could be equivalent to herpes, but Tiger was...
Rahm Emanuel, if you're out there, Kopic is talking right now. We have lousy public schools. We have miserable police departments. We have no safety. And you're worried about bike paths, for heaven's sakes? That should be about number 60 on the priority list.
That's one thing we can agree on. That's one thing we can agree on. I feel like that was the best thing. I feel like that was the best thing that came out of this whole show.
Well, what can I tell you? I'm Chet Kopic.
Catherine Saxon.
And believe me, I'm significantly embarrassed. But I'm not embarrassed.
Should be.
What the hell did you do in the show today that was so great?
All I have to do is sit here and look pretty.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky. You wouldn't know that. It's a great line by Jimi Hendrix. We want to thank the marvelous people at Flood Brothers Disposal Service. If you have the guts, join us again next week in 7 days. Until then, take care. So long, everybody.